Hello everyone, my name is Luis Fernando Lopez Panana, and this is my exercise 10 video and my end of the World War II presentation. First of all, we have the victorious nations, which as you can see right here in the screen, were the United States, the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, France, and China. These nations at the end of the World War II emerged as the dominant players. Then we have the United States and the Soviet Union rivalry. Uh, this rivalry was actually called the Cold War, which lasted nearly 50 years, from the 1940s to the 1990s. Now let's delve into some key dates and events near the end of the World War II. First of all, we have the D-Day, which refers to June 6, 1944. On this day, the Allies launched a massive amphibious Nazi-occupied boat into Western Europe, and this operation was overnamed Operation Overlord, and this marked the end of the Nazi control in Western Europe. Then on May 8, 1945, we have the day in which Nazi controlled Germany finally collapsed and surrendered. This obviously marked the end of the war in Europe and was also called VE Day. Then the Japan and United States post-war years. Both Japan and the United States underwent profound transformations in the post-World War II era. Japan actually transitioned from militarism to democracy and experienced remarkable economic growth, while the United States assumed a leadership role in the world and faced the challenges of the Cold War and domestic civil rights struggles. Actually, during the Cold War, Japan acted as an ally for the United States. Then finally, in my opinion, the end of the World War II and the subsequent developments in international relations shaped the modern world in profound ways. The Cold War, for me, pretty much defined much of the 20th century, and the lessons learned from that period continue to influence global politics and diplomacy today. For me, it's a reminder of the importance of diplomacy and cooperation in preventing conflicts and promoting peace. And this was my personal opinion. Thank you so much for watching.
Well, next we have the interview. The person interviewed could not be right here with me, so I sent him the questions via WhatsApp and he responded to me. So the first question says, can you introduce yourself and briefly describe your background and expertise related to World War II and its conclusion? My name is Luis Fernando Lopez Cisneros, and during my years of high school, I also studied about the World War II, and I got really interested in it and followed to study the following years of my life. Second question: What do you consider to be the most pivotal events or factors that led to the end of World War II, particularly in Europe and the Pacific? The most pivotal events that led to the end of the World War II included the Allied invasion of Normandy, which is the D-Day, and also the Soviet offense on the Eastern Front, which resulted in the capture of Berlin. Third question. The dropping of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki remains a continuous and debated issue. What are your thoughts on the decision to use atomic weapons and their role ending the war with Japan? The decision to use atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki is indeed a continuous issue. It's important to know that there are differing opinions on this matter. Some argue that it was necessary to force Japan's surrender to save lives, while others believe it was morally questionable. I personally think it was more morally questionable than anything. Fourth question. In your opinion, how did the end of the World War II shape the post-war geopolitical landscape, particularly with the emergence of the Cold War and the division of Europe? The end of World War II shaped the post-war geopolitical landscape significantly, in my opinion. Uh, it led to the division of Europe into Western and Eastern blocs, which symbolized the Iron Curtain. Fifth question. Were there any lesser known events, figures, or factors that you believe played a significant role in the conclusion of the war and its aftermath? Uh, I actually think the code breakers played a really big role in deciphering enemy communications and the contributions of various resistance movements in occupied territories. Well, then, fifth and last question. Lastly, do you have any personal reflections or anecdotes related to the World War II that you would like to share? Well, World War II is a period of history that should never be forgotten. It serves a reminder of the horrors of war and the importance of working towards global peace and cooperation. Understanding the past helps us make better decisions for the future and to avoid repeating the mistakes of history.